As a vast majority of you are likely well aware, Star Wars Theory recently did a video where he discussed what he believed would happen if Starkiller and Anakin Skywalker fought. I decided to make this video because I disagree with him on the verdict. As a disclaimer, this is in no way meant to be an attack on Star Wars Theory. I have respect for him both as a person and as a content creator. This is an attempt at a civilized discussion. The link to his original video will be in the description below. To begin, I will explain what Star Wars Theory claimed regarding Anakin Skywalker versus Starkiller. The claim was that Starkiller is too powerful for Anakin to face in combat, and that Anakin would need a range amp to barely make out a win. It is my opinion that this is a flawed perspective that both oversells the power of Starkiller and undersells the power of Anakin Skywalker. To begin, I believe that it is best to explain where Anakin Skywalker, by the time of Revenge of the Sith, is on the hierarchy of Force users. Luckily for us, stunt coordinator Nick Gallagher worked closely with George Lucas on making a tier system for this film. Hayden Christensen is one of the best there is, said Gallagher. I've seen hundreds of sword fighters, people who do it for a living, and he leaves them all in his wake. His style has changed a bit since episode 2, when he was only a level 7. On this, he is a level 9. For those curious, Gallagher does not reveal any Jedi who has achieved level 10. The highest is 9, occupied by a small number of capable sword masters, including Yoda and Darth Sidious. At so high a ranking, it comes down to individual fighting styles as well as circumstances of the surroundings that make a difference. Owing Beacon issue number 126. It is my belief that the word of Nick Gallagher speaks for itself when it comes to the fact that by the time of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin is meant to be on the same level as both Yoda and Darth Sidious as a combatant. In fact, one could make an argument for Anakin being above Yoda as a result of his quick dealing with Darth Tyrannus on the Invisible Hand. Anakin during that fight with Tyrannus is often referred to as Zunikin per the Star Wars debate community. I'm sure that at least a few of you out there will question this degree of power for Anakin Skywalker, and thus I will cite several accolades to show that Gallagher is supported by other material as well. Clearly, Anakin was as strong in the Force as any Jedi who had ever sat on the Council, Labyrinth of Evil. He is powerful, potentially more powerful than even myself. Darth Sidious, Revenge of the Sith novelization. Sidious then turned his attention to Anakin Skywalker, knowing that young Skywalker was much more powerful in the Force than Tyrannus, the complete Star Wars encyclopedia. Shaak Ti was at the Jedi Temple when Vader attacked, and narrowly escaped death at the hands of the immensely more powerful Sith Lord. The official Starships and Vehicles collection number 51. Anakin, by Revenge of the Sith, is already on the same playing field as both Darth Sidious and Yoda. It is my opinion that means he is already above Starkiller combatively. Starkiller struggles against a post-Mustafar Vader, who is immensely weaker than he was prior to getting into the suit. When Galen Merrick confronts the Emperor, he is clearly no match, although his raw power does allow him to hold off Sidious's lightning for a time. This is not to say that Starkiller is bound to Vader's level, but I do feel that he is closer to Vader combatively than he is to Darth Sidious, because I know that someone will turn this into a discussion of feats. The novelizations of The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 take precedence over the games themselves. There, feats such as pulling down an Imperial-class Star Destroyer are less potent, as the Imperial-class Star Destroyer was already falling and he was merely guiding the angle at which it would fall. However, I will post an example of a feat that was accomplished by Obi-Wan Kenobi days after his duel with Anakin and Mustafar, something that is far and above anything showed by him throughout the entire Clone Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi ran faster and on a sand-lacerated mesa, a pod racer utterly butchers distances at 600 kilometers per hour. Obi-Wan ran faster. The Jedi Master ran over 165 meters per second, more than 600 kilometers per hour. No one, not Jedi, not Sith, has ever duplicated such superhuman locomotion. Was Obi-Wan flying? He did not know. He was running to save the child he loved. To call him a blur, a smear of speed, was to substitute poor poetry in favor of truth. Lone Wolf, a tale of Obi-Wan and Luke. I thought that this was important to mention because of the fact that Obi-Wan was in the same mental state during his duel with Anakin. In comparison, Anakin was mentally hindered in this duel, which is another point which I would disagree with Star Wars theory on, because I believe that any rage amp that Anakin would get would merely hinder him mentally. Obi-Wan isn't a tier 9, but he probably isn't far off during this fight, while also utilizing near perfect mastery of both the Force and Form 3 Sorasu. If Anakin wasn't hindered, I very much believe that he would have won at Mustafar. In conclusion, there is very much a misunderstanding of the level of power that Anakin is capable of calling upon. Many accept that his potential is the highest out of the mortal Force users within the mythos, but many also do not understand quite how powerful he was, which leads many to assume that he was stronger as Vader than he was as. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and recommend my videos to your friends.